more about that. We're joined by Kasra Aarabi. He's one of the report's authors, and he's the director of IRGC research at the group United Against a Nuclear Iran. Delighted to have you on the programme, Kasra. Thank you very much for joining us. So,
thank you, Laura.
You talk about the Beit as a parallel state. Can you talk us through what that actually means in practice?
Yes, of course. So for the first time, we've revealed the Beit's machinery. And this is an extensive apparatus Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has created. It's his formal office, but actually it's an extensive machinery that pervades every aspect of policy, every single entity, from the government to universities to cultural institutions to the economy. Effectively, it is the core nucleus, the core power of Khamenei. So if you think of Khamenei as the totalitarian dictator, he has established an institution surrounding himself as the second layer of authority, effectively transforming this position of supreme leader from an individual into an institution, into an entity. And as I said, it pervades every single layer of policy, every entity. It is a task force, it's a workforce of 4,000 direct employees. Think of these as the cult of personality of Khamenei, the most ideologically close, extreme individuals that follow his authority, more so even than the IRGC. So if you think of the IRGC as Khamenei's cult of personality, think of the Beit as his extended family. And of course, it includes his 4 sons who play a key role in that. So through this institution, through this apparatus, Khamenei is able to micromanage every aspect of policy, from the nuclear talks through to government policy, through to universities. This workforce of 4,000 and an extended workforce of 40,000 affiliates operate as his eyes and ears everywhere, ensure that all policies, regardless of which entity, is in line with the supreme leader, and also that it's the supreme leader that's spearheading everything.
Well, what does that mean then, Kasra, in terms of the prospect of overthrowing this regime on one hand, and in terms of the negotiations currently going on in Geneva?
Well, in terms of achieving regime change, the system of the Beit, the Office of Supreme Leader, has been established to ensure that Khamenei can rule. Khamenei's grip on power is still strong, regardless of whether he's underground hiding in a bunker or even eliminated. The system has provided this extensive apparatus, this inner core, which previously really there wasn't that much information about. People used to think the Beit is merely a small office. We reveal today that actually it's an extensive apparatus. This extensive apparatus is what has made the regime durable. Even though the regime is perhaps weaker than any other time in history, it is the Beit, this extensive apparatus, that makes it durable. So essentially, eliminating Khamenei is simply not enough. To have meaningful change in Iran, including regime change, the Beit, this extensive apparatus, must be dismantled. It must be weakened. Otherwise, the system, as I said, is durable. We saw this even during the 12-day war. Even though Khamenei was hiding in a bunker many deep underground, he was able to tighten his grip and control through the Beit. The Beit ensures that the supreme leader still firmly remains in power.
With all the tensions going on at the moment, Kasra, what is the best case scenario for the future of Iran, for the Iranian people and for the region?
Well, the Iranian people have made their demands absolutely clear. They could not be clearer. They seek regime change. They seek the downfall of this Islamic regime. And they took to their streets in their millions, despite unprecedented violence being inflicted on them, even unprecedented for the standards of the Middle East. 40,000 civilians, unarmed civilians, massacred on the streets of Iran in just a few days. Despite that, the heroic men and women, the students of Iran, are still on the streets protesting today. President Trump laid it out very firmly, issued a very firm warning to the regime not to kill the Iranian people. He said, help, it's on its way. President Trump is a man of his word. I think his record speaks much louder than anything else. He knows this Islamic regime better than anyone else. We've seen that. Look at his record on the regime. He eliminated Qasem Soleimani, the IRGC's terrorist commander who had blood on his, American blood on his hand, Iranian blood on his hands, the blood of hundreds of thousands of people in the Middle East on his hands. He targeted the nuclear facilities, unprecedented strikes. I believe President Trump knows this regime very well, and I suspect very strongly that we will see military strikes in the near future.
Kasra, great to talk to you. Thanks so much. Kasra Aarabi there at United Against a Nuclear Iran.
Thank you very much.